Bona tarda, good evening, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Hello, yeah. Welcome to this session on connecting European cities towards community-based urban security. My name is Pablo Muñoz. I'll be moderating this session. I'm from Paisaje Transversal. First of all, I would like to thank the Diputació de Barcelona, Barcelona Provincial Council, for hosting this session. We'll be talking about urban security, but from an alternative point of view, which is putting more effort on and attention on community-based solutions and approaches and projects, rather than in control and security enforcement on urban security. We'll be talking about the work developed in different cities and different URBACT networks, international transfer networks within the URBACT program. And it's going to be a very intense session with 13 people speaking, so I'll try to be as lively and as flexible with everything, and also a little bit rigid with time with people presenting. So first, we'll divide the session in 3 blocks. We'll start now with the introduction. We'll have Gerard Mayol from Diputació de Barcelona, Evgenia Strati from the URBACT Secretariat, and Lucas Álvarez from the URBACT and European Urban Initiative National Contact Point. We'll start with Gerard Mayol from the Diputació de Barcelona, who's the head of support unit for European and transnational projects in the International Relations Directorate, and he's expert in EU funds for local authorities and a master's degree in cities and urbanism from the URBACT University. So he'll do the welcome of the session. Thank you very much, Gerard.
Thank you, Pablo. Hello, hello, yes. So thank you, Pablo, and welcome everybody to this wonderful stage of Barcelona Provincial Council. We're very happy to have here today representatives from 8 cities from across Europe. This is super good for us. It fits very well with our institution. And today we're going to talk about urban security and European cooperation. But first, let me have some words to introduce you, the Barcelona Provincial Council, to those who don't know us, because we have 8 cities from across Europe. Barcelona Provincial Council is an intermediate local authority. It's governed by local councillors and mayors, and they provide economic, technical and technological support to 311 municipalities in Barcelona province. So we have big cities like Barcelona that they can provide themselves, but we have other cities like medium-sized cities and small villages that they need to be developed, and that's what we do. We provide support to them. And well, the International Relations Directorate, where I work, what we do is to promote municipalities to participate in European projects. And I have to say that URBACT and European Urban Initiative is one of our preferred programs. And we always tend to propose the municipalities to go forward for these programs. And we have some numbers to demonstrate that. On the MFF 2014-2020, we had 22 URBACT projects in the province and 5 urban innovation actions, the former program, in the Barcelona province. So we were very happy. This MFF is being a little bit slower. We have the 21-27, we have just 1 European Urban Initiative project at the moment. We hope with a new call we'll have some more. And we have 8 URBACT projects at the moment. So, of course, we have a long tradition here with these 2 programs, and we are very proud of it, and we will keep on promoting them, these programs. And the reason why is because we have a long tradition on urban planning as well. In Catalonia, in Barcelona, there is a long tradition on integrated urban planning, and there is a long tradition on European and international cooperation as well. So these 2 facts put together are those 2 programs. So that's the reason why we are so active. And I also wanted to mention Samboy and Manresa and thank them to propose this session. I think it's very interesting, and we're very happy to host it. And that's it. We'll pass the floor to my colleagues. Also, we are looking forward for the new calls until 2026. We are looking forward to know something more. So we'll be super happy if you can have some words for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gerard. Yeah, you can pass the mic. Yeah, okay, cool. Now, Evgenia Strati from the URBACT 4 Program Secretariat, from the URBACT Joint Secretariat. She's project officer and works also in the network and capacity building unit. Evgenia joined the URBACT Secretariat in 2021 and has been accompanying cities across Europe ever since on their exchange and learning journeys ever since. So thank you very much, Evgenia, and the floor is yours. You have the control there to move the slides, and go on.
Thank you very much, and hello to everybody. I have to say that it feels very well representing one of your favorite European programs. So I will use the next 5 minutes, I promise, to briefly present URBACT and make a short introduction to the innovation transfer networks. So let's see, yeah. So for those who are not very familiar with URBACT, it's European Territorial Cooperation Program that has as main objective to support cities to develop integrated and sustainable solutions to their challenges, and also to enhance capacity of local authorities and stakeholders in the participating cities. So the program has been running since 2002, and ever since we have more than 1,000 cities participating through more than 150 networks across Europe. So how is URBACT driving changing for better cities? Because this is our motto. It's by applying the URBACT method, which means integrated approach, so making sure that all dimensions of sustainable development are considered across different levels of government, different policy sectors, and involving everybody, so ensuring engagement and participation in practice of relevant stakeholders and citizens. And of course through transnational exchange, which means connecting cities so that they learn from peers. This is done through tailor-made support that is offered by the program, which means dedicated network experts, methods and tools, and the opportunity of learning by doing. So the program has 3 main strands of activities. First and foremost, the networks. So we fund networks of cities. They get together and they work on finding solutions to common challenges that they have. Through this process, we offer the capacity building support, which is carried out through specific activities and through tools that we provide through the URBACT toolbox. We also have the knowledge uptake and sharing, and this strand of URBACT activities ensures that knowledge coming from the cities and created within the URBACT networks are shared and disseminated at European level. And this is done through dedicated events like city labs, or events like a very nice session that we had earlier here in the Smart City Expo today, and larger scale events like the URBACT City Festival. And the news is that the next City Festival is taking place in Nicosia in 2026. Registrations have opened yesterday, and you're all invited to register for this big event of URBACT. So yeah, let's see a little bit more the different types of URBACT networks. So we have action planning networks, transfer networks, and innovation transfer networks. Each one has a different deliverable, first of all. So they end up their journey with either an action plan for the action planning networks, so which is focusing on tackling a common policy challenge for the cities. Yeah, okay. Transfer networks is transferring a good practice, and the innovation transfer networks are more specific because there we have a lead partner who has already implemented a successful urban innovative action project and is transferring it to other partners. And I will come to this a bit later. So I will skip some slides because Pablo is making me signs from there. So just to say that cities can expect, apart from exchange and learning activities that we finance, also a safe space for testing and the opportunity to build local URBACT groups of stakeholders who will help them implement their projects. So the different calls, because you asked, we are already now end of 2025, and the next call is will be an action planning networks call this spring from April to June. So stay tuned to apply for the cities interested. And yeah, beneficiaries of URBACT are countries all over Europe, and also candidate countries, and recently Ukraine and Moldova. So we are currently having 10 innovation transfer networks running, so 61 partners from 19 different countries. You will hear more in a while because we have some of them here and they will tell you exactly what they're doing, so it will be more interesting to see the exact examples. And the topics vary from housing, urban poverty and security, culture, integration of migrants, digital transition, jobs and skills in the local economy. And while working on these topics, all networks have to take into consideration the cross-cutting priorities of the program, which is green transition, gender equality and digital transition. Three main cross-cutting priorities. This is my last slide and I will finish. So how this transfer is taking place, it's a 2-year journey that is divided in 3 stages. So the first 6 months, the partners focus on understanding the good practice, the innovation practice from the lead partner with exchange of visits. Then the adapt stage is right now, what they're doing right now is focusing on how to transfer it and cut into modules the practice, and with the help of the stakeholders adapt it locally. And the last 6 months will be the preparation of reuse, where each partner will prepare an investment plan to guide them through the implementation phase that will be after the end of the project. Thank you very much. I will pass the floor back to Pablo.
Thank you very much, Evgenia. You can pass the microphone to Lucas. Thank you very much for this great overview on what cities can do and expect from the URBACT program. Now Lucas will dive into also how the national URBACT point and urban initiative point can support Spanish cities. Lucas Álvarez del Valle is representing the Spanish URBACT and UI national point. He's an architect and urban planner with a master's in territorial planning, researcher at the Polytechnic University of Madrid since 2017, and specializing in urban vulnerability, resilience, regeneration, building rehabilitation, and policies for sustainable urban development. So the floor is yours, Lucas.
Thanks, Pablo. Well, first of all, I want to apologize for my English. It might not be the best. I hope you all understand. If not, I'll be available afterwards to answer any question. After Evgenia present you URBACT so fantastic, I don't want to redundant it. So I would like to focus on the next Action Planning Networks call. It's going to happen next year. And it's the second round in this period, and it's a nice opportunity or ideal for planning a concrete response answer to a city challenge you have. And 8 up to 10 urban authorities are going to be selected within a concrete topic, and they are going to work together to find answers. And depending of the category of the region, the EU cohesion policy, they will fit more or less depending on the region. And the co-financing is also going to depend on if they are less developed in transition or more developed regions. No? But the most important thing on this is that the call is going to be launched on the URBACT City Festival. It's going to be held in Nicosia 31st March, 1st April 2026, and registrations opened yesterday. So please run for your spot. There are only 500. And it's the perfect place to start and to network and to know other cities with the same problems and get in touch with them. So I encourage you to apply as soon as possible and to be there. It's also, I know it's also going to be a wonderful event, with a lot of nightlife in it. I've heard a lot of things about that. So I hope you go and take the opportunity because it's going to be really nice. And now I'm going to focus on the European Urban Initiative. It's a program that runs in parallel with URBACT, and it funds and supports urban areas with innovative actions, with capacity building and knowledge building and police development on sustainable urban development. And it works with 3 pillars, and plus the urban agenda for the UA. The first pillar is the innovation finance. This is the most known program inside the European initiative, and it inherits the urban innovative action that held in the previous period, and it's the one with the most funding and the ability to implement, and it's so important for that reason. And now I'm going to tell you some details about the next call on that. But also we have these other programs that support and strengthen the capacities of the urban authorities and put different countries, different cities from different countries in contact to share their problems and their solutions. And they are worth to be known as well. And they also have the Portico, that is urban repository, urban knowledge repository, and the urban agenda, that you can be part of these thematic partnerships that make policy, no? And not only project, but policy. Okay, I'm going to try to be very fast. Innovative Actions Call for is going to be started next year, probably after in February, March, we don't know yet. The news, the update, this call is going to be a little bit different from the ones before. They have lessened the number of the size of the cities that can apply. Now you have to be more than 25,000 inhabitants. The previous one were 50,000, sorry. And they have also changed in the previous calls. They were asking for innovation at the EU level, not like groundbreaking or very innovative. Now it's not. They are asking more for local innovations. You can adapt innovations from other territories and that are new to your territory. So I think it broadens the possibilities. It's also the thematics are broader than the previous one, and it's really interesting for small and medium cities they encourage them to participate because it's focused a little bit on them. No? The budget is a little bit small, and the length of the project is a little bit small than the previous one. It's 2 million and 2 years, and the 80% is co-financed by this program. No? The call will be launched in early 2026, and we, as well as the Secretariat, are going to hold some info sessions for this. And really quickly, there are these 2 programs on capacity building that City to City peer review. They help cities. City to City is problem with a city with a problem, city with a solution, and the UI helps them to match and to work on this issue. They cover travel and staff costs, and it's always open, so you can apply anytime you want. They also have guidance for municipalities that are looking for cities that are looking for cities. We help you to find a city. Peer review, it's focused on Article 11 cities. We now in Spain have this list coming, and it's similar to city. You bring your Article 11 strategy, and other cities like help you make it better, help you with your challenges and so on. No? The call closes on November 18th, and it's open for us till then. And the last thing I want to say is that we have this policy lab on affordable housing in Fuenlabrada, November 18-20. That is going to be super interesting. It's the topic of I think, one of the most important topics right now in the European Union. And we encourage you to come and participate in it. So thank you, Pablo. Sorry for the...
It's fine. Thank you very much, Lucas. Thank you very much, Evgenia and Gerard. Big round of applause for this first block. You made an amazing introduction and overview of everything. Now I'll call to the stage the presenters of the second block, which are Pietro L and Eduard Salmerón from the CITISENSE Innovative Transfer Network, and Daniela Patti and Natalia Moreno from the Tonight Innovative Transfer Network. During this second block, you'll hear experiences from two innovative transfer networks that were mentioned before. And we'll start with the CITISENSE Innovative Transfer Network, first with Pietro L, who's a lead expert of this network. He's an international expert and advisor in sustainable urban development with 2 decades of experience across Europe. He supports cities and urban authorities designing and managing European projects and strategies on participation, nature-based solutions, circular economy, social innovation, and sustainable mobility. So Pietro, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Pablo. My pleasure to be here, and thank you everyone for coming here. I'm going to present the CITISENSE URBACT Innovation Transfer Network, and it's a network on urban security. And before starting introducing the project itself, I would like to give you a couple of definitions on what we understand for urban security, because we believe that security goes beyond and extends to processes that are capable of altering the social perception of insecurity. So how do people feel in the city, regardless of the existence of a real threat or not? And we also understand that urban security issues concern not only the prevention and repression of potential nuisances, but also the values of the safe and welcoming city. What does this mean? This means that oftentimes the visibility of marginality, the visibility of vulnerability is the effect of other causes, other underlying causes that are much more deep and rooted in the personal history of the people and of the cities. And this calls for a very integrated approach, and to address the topic of urban security under several topics and several dimensions. And therefore, the CITISENSE project has 4 pillars. It transferred the original best practice of the urban innovative action of the city of Piraeus, Be Secure, Feel Secure, and it works on 4 core pillars. The governance, with the establishment of a local council for crime prevention. So a governance body, a participatory body to co-design measures for not only for crime prevention, but also for the promotion of more livable and sustainable cities. On the digital level, with the so-called Curimap, which is an app that supports evidence-based decision-making and policy-making. On the social level, with victim supports units, as well as capacity building and training, and interventions that support people in marginality and under vulnerability to get out of the vulnerable situation. And last but not least, on the spatial dimension. That means working on the public space of our cities, making them more livable, more pleasant, and trying to avoid those situations, those environmental situations that may cause and determine perceptions of insecurity in the passerbys and the population. And what about our network? And this is my last slide. It will be very brief. We have 5 cities all across Europe. We have the lead partner of Piraeus, which is basically the port city of Athens, and it's addressing safety through technology, community-based solutions, and some special intervention and upgrades. We have the city of Naples in Italy, also of course, a port city, a historic hub addressing public space use, safety perceptions, and inclusivity in the central areas of the city. We have the city of Liepāja, represented by the Liepāja Municipal Police in Latvia, that is a coastal city on the Baltic Sea, combining sustainability goals with improving safety perceptions and addressing youth-related issues. We have Hel in Belgium, which is a medium-sized city near Antwerp that is trying to reduce public nuisances and to enhance safety in the parks and the public spaces through community solutions. And last but not least, our local host is the city of Manresa here in Catalonia. That is one of the most important cities in Catalonia that is trying to revitalize its historic center to address socioeconomic inequalities and to enhance urban safety perception. This gives me the hook for Eduard to introduce Manresa.
That's perfect, Pietro. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's perfect, Pietro. Thank you very much. Also for introducing Eduard. Also great on time. Eduard Salmerón, he is the EU Projects and International Relations Officer at the Municipality of Manresa. Eduard holds a Master's in Territorial Studies and a Master's degree in Public Management, and currently coordinates an Interreg project, as well as this URBACT initiative on citizen security addressing public perceptions on insecurity. So, Eduard, you can present now the work you're doing in Manresa. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Well, the point is to adapt the project that Pietro explained to our city, especially to revitalize our historical center. To do so, we have the help of our URBACT local group, as the rest of the cities, which is made up of a diversity of actors from social, cultural, economic, and even police sectors. One of the challenges that emerged from our sessions with the stakeholders that will continue those sessions is that we detected that one of the main concerns is the lack of cohesion between citizens, local citizens and newcomers. They kind of create some parallel societies, and this generates some kind of mistrust. And another challenge that emerged from our sessions is that we also found that they have negative feelings from the appearance of the public space. It's an issue of aesthetics, maybe, or the maintenance of the public space. Another challenge is the lack of data, quantitative and qualitative data. And the ability to process this data and apply it to real policy making. And linked to that point is the link to perception and real data and actions taken, because sometimes you do a lot of actions, but they are not linked to the perception that people has over this topic. And the priorities regarding this project for Manresa are to improve communication with citizens, especially from citizens to the City Council, bi-directional communication, and change the narrative that we have of the historical center. Another priority regarding spatial issue is tactical interventions, especially if you have a low budget, like is our case, and maybe the other cities also. One of the ideas is to free up certain walls in the historical center to beautify the streets, and also remodulate a very centrical square, which gave us some issues regarding security. And finally, the integration of diversity to eliminate those difference, that fear difference, and combat lack of cohesion that I explained. And finally, one of the main topics of our investment plan will be the implementation of a security app which is very similar to the one we'll implement our partners, Liepaja, that will explain later. So that's my intervention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eduard. That was also great on time, and it was a great overview of what you're doing in Manresa. We now jump to the other innovative transfer network. It will be introduced by Daniela Patti, who's co-founder of Eutropian and also URBACT lead expert of this network. Daniela is an Italian-British architect and urban planner with a PhD in urbanism from TU Vienna, works with URBACT, Urban Innovative Actions, the International Urban Cooperation and Urban Agenda on Urban Poverty. Her focus is on peri-urban governance, food markets, community-led development, and urban poverty. So, Daniela, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody, and thank you very much to the Diputació de Barcelona for hosting us and for having this discussion together. It's actually fascinating to be talking about urban security in the Smart City Expo, because we might think urban security is all about video surveillance, and actually it's not. Technology is a tool that can definitely support us and help us, but our take in the project is that security is something that we build together with citizens, just as Pietro and our colleagues were saying. So our project of tonight is similarly to what the people in the room here are doing, is actually working with the local communities and the public administration to build a strategy of inclusion. How does it work? You heard about the European Urban Initiative before, right? There will be a new call opening. So how does it work? This is actually relevant also for these exchanges, because in our case, the city of Turin had what is so-called a good practice, a project that was funded by the European Urban Initiative called Tonight, that was working on inclusion in the most problematic, socially deprived neighborhoods of the city of Turin. And they worked for years in a social pact with NGOs in the neighborhoods to develop physical interventions, but especially social inclusion strategies. And it's by bringing these two things together that we can then make also use of technology to support urban security. That is the take that we have in the project. So I'm very curious also to know, what is your take? Are you all from cities here? Who is working in a city? Can you put your hand up? Okay. I'm curious, there's a few hands that are not from cities. What are you? What? Okay, all right, nearly then. Okay. So in our network, and then we will be having obviously our fantastic colleagues, Natalia and the colleagues from the city of Sant Boi de Llobregat, who will be telling about the work done here in this area. But we're also working with a network of cities, just like CITISENSE. In our case, we're working together with the city of Cluj, with the city of Riga, with the Quadrilatero Urbano, which is a series of neighborhoods of cities working in the north of Portugal. So this is a very enriching exchange from people that are coming from very different contexts, and you will be hearing also in the next panel how enriching it is to be discussing what does security in cities in our days mean in very difficult and different political contexts. Let me just say, though, that one fundamental element that we all have in exchanging, and this is something we've been talking also with the colleagues from Citizens, is working very much on youth. Natalia will be talking more about this, because this is one of the very pressing issues that we have nowadays. It is talking about gender inclusion. It is fundamental for us to be talking about security also from a gender perspective. And last but not least, it's also including a multicultural element to this, because the diversity in our cities is increasing, and we have to make sure to build this in a way that is actually enriching and not actually something that is scaring people because it's something of unknown. So this is some of the things that we're working on. We're hoping to exchange even more also with the Citizen Network, and also wanting to know more about what you're up to. And this said, I think I will pass the floor to Natalia. Is it?
That's
yes?
amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's amazing, Daniela. Okay. Thank you very much. Also, thank you all for keeping on time. It's great. Natalia will now dive into the tonight work in Sant Boi de Llobregat. Natalia Moreno Gamiz is EU Projects and International Relations Officer at the Municipality of Sant Boi de Llobregat. She's an expert in cooperation and EU-funded project management with a background in journalism. Since 2019, She's been advancing sustainable urban plan development in Samboy, positioning it as sustainable, healthy, and innovative, socially just in a European context. So, Natalia, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pablo. And first of all, thank you to the Diputació de Barcelona as well, because all the support that always provides to the municipalities, and for hosting this session today. It's a pleasure to be here representing the city of Sant Boi de Llobregat, speaking about and sharing our experience, first experience to be honest, in this URBACT Innovation Transfer Network. In tonight, it's a project, as Daniela mentioned, that connects European cities that we are working to make a nightlife safer for our citizens, and in our case in Sant Boi, healthier and more inclusive, as Daniela mentioned. We are learning from each other, and especially from the solution implemented by the city of Torino, building communities and safety in our public spaces at night, not only through policing or infrastructure, but building trust with the community, as Daniela also mentioned. I think in Sant Boi we are facing a challenge, as many other European cities, which is linked to the perception of insecurity, linked to the degradation of the public space, or spaces that are empty or not are given a proper use. So under this Tonight project, we are trying to work with the local community to reimagine how we want this city to be at night, how we want these public spaces to be, and to be a space of connection, and rather than disconnection, to ensure that no one is left behind. So, okay. I'll be quick as well. Within the Tonight network, the city of Torino implemented a very comprehensive, innovative solution, but in Sant Boi at the moment, we have chosen to focus mainly on two of them. The first one will be in empowering the local community. We are building with them a new narrative of the city, how we want this, as I mentioned, this city to be, so they are proud of living and using the public space as well at night. Hopefully, when we complete our investment plan as well, the second one will be the launch of a public call, so we can fund as well projects and initiatives that have a real social impact in our city. So with our local group, we have representatives from the municipality, from social entities, culture, sports entities. We are trying to engage with the private sector as well, which is a little bit more complicated, but we are getting there, and so we'll see if we include them. And we have just had the third session with the group, and with them, we are working, especially focused on young people, and see how they experience the city at night, what they need, and how we try to figure out together this narrative and see how we can make public space at night which is safe for everyone, and a space of connection that not creates these issues with the rest of the community, but it's inclusive. So I think, do I have more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more minute.
Okay. We have identified, for example, that in Sant Boi, the current offers for the young people is limited to some bars and restaurants. So we are focused on now on figuring out, perhaps we need to open some of the public facilities at night, sports spaces where young people can find their space to connect and have a healthy nightlife and discussions together there. So that's what we are trying to currently thinking. Sorry, this music is disturbing me.
You just mentioned nightlife, and then the music started, you know, like.
Okay, I'll just finish in saying that hopefully by the end of the project we will have this investment plan that will project a shared understanding of what is a healthy and a safe nightlife for us in Sant Boi. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Natalia. So thank you very much to all of you for this explanation of the two networks. It was great to know them in detail. And now we'll go into the block 3. It's getting more and more challenging, but we'll manage. Thank you very much. So for block 3, we'll have here Michael Bornpos from the Municipality of Piraeus, Kaspars Barpins from the Liepaja Municipal Police, Nicola Masella from the Municipality of Naples, Marlon Parain from the City of Gil, Bram Vetzvels from the City of Herlin, and Anjo Valenti from the City of Manresa. So welcome to the stage, please, all of you. Yeah, we needed 2 extra chairs that are here. It's great. Great. So now that we have the first introduction and overview on the program, on the urban and the European Urban Initiative programs, and then we also have a little bit of explanations and details on 2 of the innovative transfer networks. We'll now have a panel with 6 different representatives from cities to explain innovative approaches on urban security in Europe. We will start actually with Nicola Masella from the City of Naples. Nicola will explain first, and sadly he needs to leave because he needs to catch a flight afterwards. So thank you very much, Nicola, for being here and explaining the project you're working on. Nicola is head of Strategic Projects Department in the Municipality of Naples. He holds a PhD in civil engineering. He has over 15 years experience in urban regeneration, infrastructure, and cultural heritage. And he leads major strategic projects in the city of Naples and coordinates EU programs like URBACT, combining technical expertise with governance, innovation, and sustainable development. So, Nicola, the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot for this beautiful presentation, Pablo. So first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the whole URBACT family. I say family because I've been personally involved in the URBACT program since 10 years, and I personally grew up with their methodology, with the urban sharing, and the whole approach that this huge program gave us as a tool for our daily work. So when it comes to what we are doing in Naples, and especially regarding urban security, because as I said before, we are part of the wider network on urban security that is led by the city of Piraeus. And when it comes to security, usually one of the most complex and symbolic places is a train station. The train station of Naples, Piazza Garibaldi, and the square in front of the train station is a place where around 8 million people pass every month. So obviously this is a place that you see in the bigger picture here behind me has been also renewed recently in the last 10 years. But what came after the renovation works was really a new place that had no identity. So the people should really take into charge the use of the space and probably needed tools, because people alone on so huge space are not always able to identify the way to live the space without a community behind that design. What are the needs that also the administration has to respond to? So at this purpose, the Municipality of Naples in 2024 started dialogue with a foundation, private foundation, which was covering several entities, social cooperatives, NGOs, associations that run projects in the area of Piazza Garibaldi. And together we decided to put into practice a new approach of partnership. In this case, I would say that we've been also getting inspired by the URBACT program and the methodology that URBACT shares since years. In this case, we had to translate this approach into the Italian regulations. And for that, we are now experimenting with this social public-private partnership, where the social component is the primary component of the project, thanks to this wide partnership that has been funded through a public call. So we engaged the people through a public call, and we've been lucky to engage behind the people in the association a bank foundation that supported the project with 1 million funding, completely private, and that decided to support the administration in the co-funding of this scheme. What happened then? So since the October 2024, we have been able to put back in use 8 kiosks. You see some here tubes there in the square. These kiosks were part of the major regeneration works. 3 of them are already in use until now. Mainly one is for social purpose. It's a social concierge where people can talk, can have assistance, and can also identify their possible offices, public or private offices, to take in charge their issues. But we also have health social 24-hour services provided by the regional social services. Together with that, obviously, regeneration is not only dialogue, but it's also activities and economic regeneration. We first started with a very wide pool of cultural and social projects. You see some here. The migrant tourists actually in intercultural walks. We had a representative of this association, but many others, performative arts and sport events are running also in the arena, which is right in the middle of the square there. And all this set of actions are bringing, since 1 year, a complete new feeling of security for the people that are passing by. So the goal, obviously, is to go from a transit place to a fully vibrant place. The benefit what's the benefit behind that for the local shops, for the owners, whatever? Obviously, a more vibrant place means more vibrant economic background. So these benefits are, since 1 year, spreading. We will see what will be the result, we hope, on a 5 years pattern that we have established since the very beginning. But obviously we have challenges behind that, because this is an experimentation, because challenges are several. In this case, to keep the participation alive, money is a good way. Obviously, we have the money for the funding, which is a good tool. But behind that, you have to keep participation alive, community involved, and obviously you have to continue to back, as an administration, public administration, the work that daily the people do with all the physical restoration of the place, to make it greener, to make it safer, to make it more lively, and obviously to more also economically improving day by day. So, thanks a lot, Pedro. I'm sorry to leave before the end of the meeting, so I excuse myself, but our flight is really behind the corner, so thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nicola. And yeah, have a good flight home. Thank you very much for explaining the innovative approach you are doing in Naples. So now we'll have the presentation by Mayol from the Municipality of Piraeus. Mayol is a PhD in Computing and Telecommunications. He's the IT Director of the Municipality of Piraeus, driving digital transformation. With more than 20 years experience in the sector, he manages IT and EU-funded projects, including the URBACT CITISENSE ITN, where Piraeus is the lead partner. So I'll go back to Mayol's presentation. Here it is.
I think we can put up the next slide directly. I wanted you to throw Steve the figure from the Minecraft game, and before explaining a bit what we did, to give you a bit of a context. As Pietro presented before, the main innovative solution that Piraeus tried to give to the urban security problem was a holistic approach following 4 pillars. The social pillar with several interventions, the governance pillar with the LCCP, a council that convenes and tries to manage things regarding safety and security in the city. The digital pillar with our app, and what am I forgetting? The special pillar, of course, with the interventions in several playgrounds. The project that we ran was happened during COVID. So on the social aspect, we had to raise awareness, we had to engage with children, and of course we weren't that able to do it because we were on lockdown. So we tried to find an innovative solution, another way to try to engage with the people and let them know what's happening regarding our digital tools specifically related to safety and security. And we came up with using a game. We relied on gamification. So we set up a Cops and Robbers games in Piraeus, which was a hybrid physical and digital event. We created the maps of Piraeus into the game of Minecraft, so you can see a very tall building in the picture is the Tower of Piraeus, which is a building that stands out and it's a landmark in the city. And we asked people to go into the game on a specific time and play the game of Minecraft. How did that game go? We had in the real world a stolen phone. That phone was tagged with a Bluetooth tag, and a guy on a motorcycle ran around the city. When he passed around other people having Bluetooth on their phones and the Curie map enabled, a beacon light up in the game. So people playing in the game ran around inside Minecraft and tried to find and catch the robber. The game was a big success. Over 250 participants joined and actually engaged, and the reviews were very positive. So this gave us an idea and to go on with it. And so we're trying to see if we can use again this gamification method, not only for urban security, but also for urban planning and other ways, because it's a really interesting and really innovative way to engage with youth and children in the city.
Thank you very much, Michael. And also thank you very much for keeping on time. Yeah, round of applause, please. Thank you a lot. Now we'll have Kaspars Varpins from the Liepaja Municipal Police presenting the app Liepaja City. Kaspars is Deputy Chief at Liepaja Municipal Police. He leads the development in urban safety and disaster risk reduction. Chairs also UBC Safe Cities Commission, advancing secure cities across Baltic region. And he's a lecturer and researcher at Riga Technical University, working on healthy, innovative solutions. So, Kaspars, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and thank you for Barcelona Diputació for hosting us. For us, we have had quite many projects, but URBACT is the first time for us, so we are learning a lot, but at the same time we can as well share our knowledge. So can we please go to the next slide? So in 2021, we have developed, Liepaja municipality has developed an app with 4 main tasks at the beginning. It was about for the citizens to make easier to communicate with municipality, to inform about some problems in the city, in infrastructure, in the urban environment. And we did see that quite many of the reports are related for the police. So in 2023, we have created additional communication part in the application about communication with the municipal police. So we work 24/7, we receive the information, and we can react. And it's as well for the people, it's sometimes safer that they can inform via the app than the calling, because if they are under the risk or under the stress, and sometimes it's even better to communicate like that. And the app has developed quite a lot. There is information about the public events in the city. From last year, it's as well working as a ticket in the public transportation. We have created as well the public orders map, which you can see in the screen. It's with different layers, and people who come to the city, they can learn about what they can and what they can't do, as we are city by the coast with a lot of tourists. As well, the locals may know what they can and what they can't do. And in the future, it is planned to be developed further, adding some additional things, of course, based on the funding. But one of the main things we want is to provide this alert system for the specific territories of the part if there is some risks or some attention needed. So on daily basis, LEAPI application receives about 6-7 reports from the citizens, and the part for communication with the municipal police, we have last year we had 210, and this year we already have a bit more. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much, Kasper.
Welcome to LEAPI, by the way.
Thank you a lot. Thank you for presenting all these different approaches on urban security and all the projects that you are developing in your city. So now we have Marlon Parain from the city of Geel. Marlon is the mayor, actually, of the city of Geel, a medium-sized city of around 42,000 inhabitants in the Flanders region of Belgium. And as a mayor, Marlon considers safety and security key in a rapidly growing and changing city with a lot of diversity. So he will present now a participatory approach for the multi-annual plan on security in the city of Geel.
Thank you, Pablo, for this introduction. In Belgium, every 6 years, every city is obligated to make a new multi-annual policy plan. And first of all, with the security high on the political agenda in our city in Geel, it was important to know which security issues are the most important to deal with. Secondly, there were the recent results from the National Security Monitor conducted by the Federal Police of Belgium, which showed a clear increase of the feeling of insecurity in the city of Geel. So we took this very seriously, and this is why the city of Geel decided to conduct its own large-scale survey on security, to truly understand what our citizens experience, what they are concerning about, and what solutions they see for the future. And so we sent 5,000 letters for the survey, and I am proud to say that we received 1,233 respondents, which is a very high participation rate. The respondents represent a strong social demographic mix, giving us a reliable and diverse picture of how people in Geel experience safety in their daily lives. We conducted also in-depth interviews in the center of Geel during our weekly markets in Geel. The survey results offers us a valuable insights, and you can see the results here on the slide. First of all, the main result is the city center. In the city center, we see clear challenges when it comes to living together and dealing with diversity. Secondly, at the same time, many people said they support the use of security cameras because they see them as a helpful way to make public spaces safer. The third, another important point that residents find it valuable to report incidents to the police. People want to feel listened to, and they want to know that their reports actually matter. In the future, we will focus on making the connection between the citizens and the police stronger. And finally, it's good to see that many people reacted positively to the idea of a local security council. This shows that they believe working together between the city, the police, social workers, social services, schools, and local groups is important to create a safer and more connected community. And this idea we picked from Piraeus, our partner city. All these results will form the foundation of our new security policy for the next 6 years. Together we will turn these insights into concrete actions that strengthen trust, reduce also the feeling of insecurity in the city of Geel, and make Geel an even safer and more welcoming place for everyone. The basis for the security policy will be in a societal safety policy plan in which we will incorporate all actions and all actors in our city concerning safety and security in our city. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now we've listened to 4 different projects from cities from the Citizense network. Now we'll jump into different cities from other networks and other places as well. Now Bram Wetzels, more or less, from the city of Heerlen in the Netherlands, will explain the European Urban Innovative Action Pulse Twin project. Bram is a project lead innovation at the Dutch National Police. He's a product owner and the project lead with focus on data-driven innovation and digital transformations. He enjoys turning complex challenges into practical, human-centered solutions and bringing people and teams together to create real impact. So, Bram, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I will talk a bit about the Pulse Twin project. We will start just from now on in the city of Heerlen. I have to get a bit of context on that. From the closing of the coal mines in the 60s and early 70s, led to a massive job loss in Heerlen and its region, and also a major loss of identity for the citizens. That led to poverty, health issues, social isolation and crime. So the trust in institutions declined and the neighborhoods became less safe and connected the citizens less. So 3-4 years ago, the city started the social safe approach. And that is not about control or enforcement, but is about connection, cooperation and prevention. So working together with all the partners from care, housing, the municipality, and also safety work and social work makes life better for the citizens. And its goal is to strengthen the social cohesion and address problems early before they escalate. So I think we made some nice progress in the last years, but the challenge of shortage of professionals stays, and that is why we are now building a support and a human-driven, data-driven decision-making system in which we will incorporate AI. So thank you for the slide. Pulse Twin stands for Proactive Urban Livability and Safety Engine with Integrated Digital Twin. And it has some main objectives. One is building trust by involving the citizen and the professionals, even with, in developing and testing the tools. The second one is strengthening the decision-making capacity through AI-powered decision-making and insights. And the last one is the main objective, supporting Heerlen's social safe program to fight undermining crime and improve the livability in the neighborhoods. We don't do that alone. As I mentioned, there are a lot of partners, the social work, the innovation lab of the police, for the technical part, and also the Brightland Smart Services Campus is part of the partnership. And the collaboration between the research institutes and social work and data experts will make this fly. A little bit more about why is it innovative. First of all, it's the data we use. It's not only the open data and quantitative data we can get from all the surveys, but also it's about the data we collect from the professionals, which have also the knowledge from years of working in the field and the intuition they bring into it. The second innovative part of the project will be the use of AI. So I took a picture from the maturity level of digital twins. You see most of the twins will use only physical data, but now we are going to improve that with AI and make that also possible to get scenarios and to use the scenarios to see what improvements will happen when we do some interventions. So you see, Pulse Twin is a human-centered technology. It empowers professionals, rebuilds trust, and helps cities become more safe and more connected. And that's not by replacing people, but just by connecting people, empowering them through data and AI, so they make the best decisions. That's it.
Thank you very much, Bram. Thank you, Bram. And now we'll go to Anjo Valenti from Eurotowns and also Manresa's counselor for citizen safety and civil protection and sports and health. He's vice president of Eurotowns Network, and he'll be presenting the thematic cooperation on civil protection and resilience in Eurotowns. So, Anjo, thank you very much.
Merci, Pablo. I am the last, but not the least. So, first of all, thank you for Diputació de Barcelona to hosting today this session, this panel, and also to bring us this fabulous stand here in the Smart City Congress of Barcelona. So thank you for being there. This is big enough to cope, small enough to care. This is our logo and motivation of Eurotowns Network European Cities. Is a network from 1991 that is between 18 cities of around Europe, situated in different 8 countries. In Spain, we are 4 cities, like Avilés in the Asturias, in the north of Spain, and in Catalonia, we are 3 cities, Sabadell, Girona, and Manresa. Manresa became a member from, I think it was 2005. So this is a network of, at the end is a lobby in front of all the European institutions, and make that our voice of the European medium cities between 5,000 population until 250,000 populations can be involved of this network, and of course is the counterpart of the, as you know, also Euro cities. No? So we are Eurotowns, and then the bigger one, or the big brother, is Euro cities. So I apply to my colleague member from the project of CITISENSE that they are in this level of population of inhabitants in his own cities to become a member of Eurotowns next time. So it's easy, it's a cheap price, and we share good meetings, good trips too. So you are invited to become new members of Eurotowns. No? So I am talking here today, not just on behalf of Manresa City Council, but also as a vice president of the Eurotowns. No? And I would like to take the floor to talking about one issue that is connected with safety measures, with security, and it's been very updated these times of climate change and civil emergencies. And I'm talking about civil protection. That is a new topic for Eurotowns that we want to put it together and to develop a task force to improve our capabilities and our exchange policies around civil protection policies. No? So this called Eurotowns Task Team on Civil Protection and Crisis Management brings cities to strengthen urban resilience and enhance coordinated response to emergency disasters. Through collaboration, knowledge exchange, and innovation, the task team supports cities and preparing for responding to and recovering from natural hazards, public health emergency, technological incidents, and other kind of crises. The main objectives of this task force to foster mutual learning and joint action among member cities by focusing the following key objectives. Three main objectives. This is the knowledge exchange or share practical experience, lessons learned, and innovation approach, and crisis management, disaster risk reduction, and emergency planning. The second main goal is capacity building, improve preparedness, early warning systems, and response capabilities through the joining training and workshops and simulation exercise, engaging external experts from academia, think tanks, and civil society. And the last and not least objective is, of course, the coordination and cooperation. So it strengthens the collaboration between local authorities, regional and national agencies, and European mechanisms to improve interoperability and mutual assistance. The European funding opportunities of this task force will focus in that activity identifies and promotes participation in relevant EU programs, including Union Civil Protection Mechanism for cross-border cooperation, the program Eurozone Europe for research and innovation, climate resilience, disaster risk reduction and preparedness, EU Cohesion Policy Funds for investment and in resilient infrastructure and risk prevention, and the last one, LIFE program for projects, environment resilience, nature-based solution, and climate adaptation. So the expected, and that's my last words, the expecting outcomes of this task force is just 4 last results. We are waiting for the last results, and that's enhanced response and recovery capacity across member cities, a stronger inter-city cooperations mechanism for knowledge sharing and mutual support, and increase participation of medium-sized cities in EU-funded resilience and civil protection initiative. And last one, concrete outputs such as guidance materials, policy recommendation, and collaborative projects that advance urban resilience across Europe. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you a lot. Well, this is amazing because we finished presentations and we are on time. It's so that means that we have a little bit of time for questions. I have the first one, but if you have any questions, please think about them, and then we'll pass the mic, and you can have the you can ask the questions to any of the people presenting in this last block. So the first question that I wanted to ask, and it's a more or less general question to all of you, but we are talking here about a different approach on urban security. We are talking about involvement of stakeholders, about an active participation of the communities. And I would like to hear from you from all the different initiatives that you've explained, from the Minecraft project to the app in Liepaja, or from the council that you're implementing in Gil, or the participatory approaches that are also implementing in the different cities, in Herlin or in Manresa. What's the role of the community? What is the role of all the stakeholders that take part actively into the development of these proposals or these projects, these initiatives that you are carrying on? It's an open question, so any of you could start, and then the rest of you can also follow.
For Piraeus and I can, okay. For Piraeus, if I don't want to be limited to the Minecraft game, I have to say that using the experience we have from the URBACT networks, participation is one of the key concepts. So our main stakeholders are the people in Piraeus. They are the ones that are giving us the baselines, their opinions, to see what is safety in the city. They are the ones that are going to give us the results afterwards, after the measures that we're going to implement. Besides the people, the citizens of Piraeus, of course, there are the municipal departments responsible for every issue. Technology companies, of course, because the digital aspect in our solutions is very strong. But also students, their parents, their teachers. We had a lot of awareness sessions inside schools during the Be Secure, Feel Secure project. The local chambers of commerce, and of course some unknown suspects, as we say in the URBACT program. Some influencers, let's say, in the game of Minecraft that helped us and give us some ideas and so on.
Yeah, we have already started the participatory activities quite a long time ago. It was about 8 years where we concentrated more on youth to find out about youth safety feeling in our city. And we did a project together with Lithuania and Finland. We developed a questionnaire with youth, for youth, and then we did the analysis. And the main thing is to provide feedback. If you want to involve any group of inhabitants in participatory activities, provide feedback. And that's the most important part, because if you do provide feedback, they will come back. And that's so easy as that.
We want to bring the citizens and first of all the professional workers into the spatial lab we will develop into the Brightland Smart Service Campus, where we are going to test our data and the AI tool. And from there, after we tested it, we can bring it to the neighborhood. The city of Heerlen has some houses in the neighborhood where citizens and professional workers and the professional workers from the city can connect, and there we want to share the data with them. So that is how we bring it to the citizens during the project and hopefully after the project.
We are preparing now the local security council with a lot of stakeholders. with the schools, with the police, the firemen, social workers. And I think it's very important that you take them really into the group, that they have each their own network in the city of Geel. And it's important that they can give the right ideas so we can make a success of those council. It may not be only a council from our city, but from the whole people, and that's I think really important that they really can participate in the preparation of those council.
Thank you, Marlon. In Manresa, besides of the legal framework of the safety rules of the committee that we for city councils in Spain, we have to arrange meetings every 6 months with the mayor, with the security councillor, and all the policies bodies. So every 6 months. So besides this, that is mandatory from the local rules. We set up in Manresa a bigger body that taking into account about not just regarding safety problems, but also social ones and some problems on the streets, just uncivilian problems, or like the bad behavior that are not penalties, big fines, but just a problem of civil or of uncivical behaviors. No, so this is a round table that we create after the pandemic, and we are besides all these the bodies from the local security board committee. Besides this, there are other political parties or other groups from the opposition. There are academic, there are all the policy bodies too, and other main stakeholders from social, sportive, and cultural areas, and also all the even some neighborhood association that has some problems with bad behavior of some of the citizens. So we are putting together all this every 6 months. So it's a body that has been working quite well, and we exchange all the experience. So the stakeholders in Manresa are already in our way of work much before that we taking part of citizens project.
Thank you very much, Anjo. So, I mean, there's many different approaches, formal participation in already formal councils, but also like new councils that are put up in or roundtables in the projects, and some informal participation with usual suspects or with feedback loops with the community as well. But that was very interesting to see all this range of forms of participations. So, is there any question from the audience? Anyone wants to ask a question to any of the presenters? Okay, so then we close it here. I want to thank again the Diputació de Barcelona, the Barcelona Province Council, for hosting us in this session. Also, thanks to the Secretariat at URBACT for giving all this overview, and also to the National URBACT point here in Spain, and to all the cities and networks that have presented today. It was an amazing presentation to see all these different views and approaches on urban security. So a big round of applause to everyone.